And hello and welcome back to the streets of Battle City. I am your host, Makayla Maria Whisper, and I am once again joined by my co-host for most of last season.
Yo,
Okay then.
I panicked. I couldn't think of a good thing to start with.
You couldn't all you had to do was think of one line.
That's hard.
Alright, you're right. Alright, so I still have to edit the other video, but this is going to be our review of the teams going into week 1 and a power ranking of where we think everyone is, which we'll probably be making updates to as we go through. So, we're starting with Zach actually, so tell me, Zach,
I'll,
why did you do
I'll
what
have
you did?
you judge my team first. I have a few notes I've already thought of.
Well,
Um,
I don't like Claydol personally. I think it's a fraud,
that makes me sad, but that is true. It hasn't been
especially
good in like 15 years.
especially when you already have another psychic type that's weak to water. Just
Yeah.
gonna put that out there.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Oh shit.
It is literally just worse Armor Rouge, but um
I picked it up mostly for bulk and rapid spin.
I do like Armor Rouge and Scizor as a duo. I think they cover each other pretty nicely, but that's about as nice as I can be.
No, I like when I made this team, I like realized right after I drafted it that this stuff is knockoff like food.
Yeah, a little.
Um,
Do, do you
yeah,
do you have
it's
any defense here?
um no, they're just Pokemon I like. I agree. I picked up. I'm really happy that I managed to pick up Scissor Armor Rouge. But if Armor Rouge gets taken, I will probably cry and not be able to
And by if Armor Rouge gets taken, I mean
perform as well.
you did already. We've already agreed it's Scrafty for Armor Rouge.
Um, yeah.
Huh, so where are we putting good old Zachariah?
Um, ranking.
Personally, I put you in B. Not a high B, but for now there's only one B.
I mean, B is generous. I would say low B, high C.
Okay, well we agree on low B, so that's where you'll be. Um, well, by proxy of this being rolling, for right now we're just gonna put him in. Rolling
If we're,
doesn't.
I mean, if I'm being honest, I would probably put his team personally at A.
Well, let's actually cover his team: Jolteon, Galarian, Weezing, and Starmie.
Um, I feel like because of Weezing's levitate, they cover each other.
I don't hate
Um,
this. The biggest complaint I currently have with this team is that it's all special. He has no way to deal
um, no, Weezing has it shouldn't, but it has Gunk Shot and Play Rough, so it can click physical moves.
I I think currently it's a little bit too focused on the special side for me, which is a complaint I have in the opposite direction about my own team because I feel like mine's too physical, but we'll get to that in a second.
I will say one thing that I did note that's kind of interesting is that Jolteon's Volt Absorb Starmie's Thunderbolt, kind of like how Flash Fire from my Armor Rouge does.
Hmm?
Um,
Like
so what are you thinking?
he has some good synergies. He has potential. It's a matter of can he get some wins and get some physical attackers.
That's true. I think if he gets a win, I think the team will look off. Jolteon is in fact the fastest Pokemon in the format.
Yeah. And we've also seen in past seasons that Starmie and Jolteon can put in work. I've done work with both of them.
I think I've also done a little bit of. I think I had it at one point.
I mean,
Curious to see what
it's
Weezing does.
rolling. I'm willing to put this at the bottom of A. Like, probably the last slot in A, but I do think this is a possible A caliber team.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
And then on to me. I'm gonna let you take the lead here.
Something I'm not something I didn't is your team isn't is it's faster than mine, but it's also a little on the slow side because Cleavor with base 85, like you're probably gonna be relying on a Scarf if you want any speed control. But Scrafty, I feel like is gonna be really strong, and I don't know. It seems really solid to me.
Yeah, I mean, like, Cleavor has its usage, Scrafty has its usage. Like I said, personally, Toxapex is only my only special attacker, but at least I have a special attacker, even if it's not amazing.
Toxapex. The issue is Toxapex isn't really an attacker per se. It has pretty terrible attacking.
That's what I mean. Like, it
I would
is.
say it's funny because yes, it probably is a special attacker because it's clicking Scald, but it's clicking Scald because it's Scald.
Yeah, like I said, I think my team is primarily physical attackers. Toxapex is a good Pokemon, but I definitely need a special attacker.
Yeah.
So, where would you place me?
Um. I mean, with what you said and what I've already thought, I was already thinking like high B, low A.
Well, for now, we'll put me in B. Try to be fair to ourselves. Then we have Vaughn, a team that I ended up building, and his only note he gave me for the first two picks were hyper offense. So we got hyper
Yeah.
offense.
He has a he has. I mean, he has a he's a tanky Pokemon. He has a special attacking Pokemon. He's a physical attacking Pokemon. It seems solid. They cover most of their weaknesses as well.
Yeah, like,
Earthquake is decently free into this team.
yeah, I mean, it's not backbreaking, but it definitely takes out Ceruledge.
It also takes out Probopass, which is the issue, but I
Yo,
wouldn't say this is a massive
yo,
problem.
there's no Probopass. What are you looking at? There's a
There's not.
Porygon and a Gastrodon.
Why am I looking at the wrong team? Oh, this is a lot more different than I thought. My bad. My bad.
Okay,
I was
then.
like, damn, this. I was like, damn, this team dies to Earthquake. I feel stupid.
Um,
Um,
That's fine. We can cut that
alright, that's fine.
in the edits, or I can leave it in so people can make fun
Um,
of you. Make fun of Zach in the comments.
this team looks a lot better than now that I have the Gastrodons on it. Oh my god. Okay. Um, yeah, the team covers itself really well now that I look at it more, but
Honestly, I would argue this is maybe. Do you think it's extreme to call this an S team?
high A, maybe low S.
Okay, well, we can always come back to readdress it, but for now, I don't hate going top of A.
It is pretty strong, I would say.
Hmm. Then for the first in the Valentine division, we have Venti with Lucario, Gyarados, Galvantula. If I remember correctly, you were
I've,
helping him build a little bit for his week one game.
I was. Um, this team is interesting. They have some common weaknesses, but I feel like it's still pretty solid. Um, I don't know,
I mean, like,
speed
but your
control
common
here,
weakness
so
is
I
you're worried about Earthquake, but then you have Gyarados to cover for the Earthquake.
you aren't actually. Lucario is the only thing weak to Earthquake.
Galvantula is an
Um,
electric.
it is also a bug. Bug resists, if I remember right. I have no idea why.
That doesn't sound real. One sec. I don't believe you.
It's a weird one. There's some really strange ones that I genuinely don't know the explanation to, but I could swear that's one of them.
Holy shit! Yeah, you take ground for neutral, so never mind. Okay, then I'm an idiot. But even then, you're weak to fire, and Gyarados doesn't care about fire.
Gyarados resists fire, but yeah, there's a bit of fire weakness. There's a bit of a rock weakness.
Yeah, but Lucario
Lucario
deals with rocks.
Lucario helps with that, but I would say this team does not appreciate stealth rocks.
Yeah. Mm, like I feel like this team is really good and it can very easily be rounded out. Like this is another team I would argue like top of A, bottom of S.
Yeah, I was thinking low S just because Galv here with sticky webs actually really helps
And it's one of
because
those
not a lot of
things
things can remove it.
I was gonna say,
And
and
Lucario and Gyarados have just that like speed tier to be able to probably outspeed a lot of things with webs.
mhm, like I
Not
feel
everything.
like Venti with with a win or two could very easily buff this to be a very dominant team.
Yes, yeah, I agree.
All right,
Also, don't think there's a whole lot of sticky webs users in this format. I think it's only Galv and Araquanid.
I think. But speaking of which, let's hop down to Kaiba. We got starting with Manas, Tinkaton, Sigalith, Dudunsparce. This is a meme team.
This team,
Manas picked
I was
three
like, yeah,
Pokemon they really like.
this Pokemon isn't the best, but I also really like these Pokemon, and we've been seeing Sigilif pop off last season, so we'll see. It's a lot faster than I thought it was.
Yeah, honestly,
Um,
it's a very interesting Pokemon. But if I'm being honest overall, I feel like this team, while it has some interesting things, I don't think it makes it into A. Like I think this is a B tier team.
I was gonna say low A, if only because I think it covers its weaknesses really well.
All right, I'm willing to concede to that. But I definitely think, unfortunately, Monast is at the bottom of A.
Yeah, I can agree on that. I'd say Rolling's team is better.
Yeah.
Even though I think,
Uh,
unironically, I think Manast's team does beat Rolling's. No, I don't. No, probably not.
so then we're at Game Bro, which is also an interesting one.
I mean, classic Firewater Grass Core.
That is exactly what he was going for.
Um, I don't think there's anything. This is another team that also doesn't appreciate stealth rocks, but early on, this isn't going to be as big of an issue, I'm assuming, because
So Cappy made an observation at one point that stealth rocks in this format is something that gets better as the weeks go by. In the early weeks, it doesn't
yes,
matter as much.
I would say it only matters. Like I would say, like against this team, I would say stealth rocks is probably gonna, at the very least, to force one Pokemon to have boots. But like if it's only like one rock weakness, or there's Pokemon that probably don't run boots, it's probably not going to happen. Um, the consider it is if it is decently rock weak and it also doesn't have a way to remove those, because it means you can't switch out as much.
I will also admit, obviously we built it for a reason, but I was expecting whoever picked up Halucha to go for Arbolivia.
Um, that's fair. I don't think they even have a. That's for later, but I don't think they have a consistent way to get it up without clicking a move.
Yeah, no, like Arbolivia was the only setter we allowed in, and that's because it doesn't set on entrance, it sets on getting hit. So, um, where are you thinking for
Yeah,
Game
this game.
Bro?
Um,
I mean, if we're going
I'd say
based
like
off trainers, it should be D tier because it's Game Bro, but
he brings some decent sets. He's a finalist last season. Um, I'd be
where in B?
I said like middle B, probably like in between mine and yours.
Okay.
I don't I don't hate it, and it's a Webs team, so like I like Webs with Swing Arcanine is pretty solid.
You know, I'm gonna be real. I don't think we're gonna need the D. I don't think there's any team
Or
that's like
what they said.
objectively the worst.
Um,
And here's the other
Cappies.
finalist from last season who went up against Cruiser in the finals. Cappy, who I believe was going for some form of Trick Room team.
I like this team. I think like common weaknesses. I don't like the speed tiers, but Amonkis is on here, which in singles isn't usually the best performer, but that's because it's a lot harder to land Spore. But in a in a 1v3, it's a lot better.
I mean,
Or I guess 3v3.
it's interesting though because like if you are going for Trick Room, there's some interesting setups you can do here because none of these Pokemon are fast.
So, I mean, Mammoth isn't as slow as you think it would be. 80 base speed in like a lower power format like this isn't anything to scoff at, but it's definitely getting outsped by a lot of things.
But 80 base speed is also slow enough where you can easily build it into Trick Room.
Oh yeah, because like I think Gallade has 80 base speed. If
Gallade,
I
I
remember
think, has
right.
100.
It I
Or at least
trust me,
Mega
it does
Gallade has
not.
100.
Yeah, I think Mega Gallade has 100, but base Gallade I think has yeah it has 80, and
Okay.
it's known for being a decent trick room sweeper.
So, I mean,
Um,
the problem is, do you think Cappy's getting Trick Room up consistently enough to put this team up higher? Because otherwise, I think this is like I don't hate the composition, but I don't think this team for me. I
See,
think
the
this is like a
issue
towards a
is
bottom of B. Otherwise,
yeah, like the issue is this is the kind of team that I really like, but it's also because I think this kind of team is very skill based. Like when like in the right hands, I think this team is gonna be really, really good. But we'll have to see. I'd say hmm,
I think with the way the team is set up now, I want to put it at the bottom of B because I feel like it's only really good in Trick Room, and you have to get Trick Room up.
and Hat's the only setter as well. That's what I mean because Hatterene as a trick room setter is kind of hard to do. It might be a little easier now, but
Yeah,
I'd still say low B, but I don't know exactly where I'd place it in low B.
for me, I'm putting it at the bottom personally.
That's fair.
All right. After that, we have Zai, who's making her Battle City debut. And let's just get this out of the way quickly. There is an ice weakness here. Like Flygon and
Yeah.
Crocodile do not appreciate ice
Uh,
types.
there's actually another one. Fairy.
Yeah.
Ninetales is the bane of this team's existence, and I actually think someone in this division has a Ninetales.
I mean,
No, that might be the next division.
Mamoswine also does some work here.
Yeah. Hmm?
Mamoswine can
So,
put in work against Xylong's team. Like, I will give Cappy that. That is
oh yeah.
something.
I mean, Mamoswine hits every single Pokemon on this team for super effective. So yeah, I would agree.
Like, this is another one of those
And
teams where it's like,
Ice and Ground are pretty common, like coverage as well.
this is one of those teams where
It's
I
not
look at it and I'm like,
bad.
this could be good, but I feel like you need a little bit more.
Yeah, I feel like if Xylon can win like a match or two and win some Pokemon, I think this team might. I think this team also has the potential to be like A tier.
Yeah, like
Um,
the problem. I will say part of the problem with this is only having three Pokemon. You're so much more limited. But I genuinely feel as of right now, Xylong's bottom, like below Cappy at bottom of Bay. And I love Crocodile, so this hurts.
I was gonna say high C, so that sounds a little generous. Um,
I mean,
this one is one that I think has higher potential though, because I actually really like. Crook doesn't have the best, but Intimidate really helps that, and Alolan Muck with like something like Assault Vest can be really tanky on the special side. So I really feel like they both really complement each other really well, despite not covering each other as well as you would think
All right,
for
well,
being dark types.
I've switched B and C to we have S tier, A tier, basic, and might be good later. Because that feels
Potential
more
potential
accurate.
potential man.
Then Rekels.
um,
Halucha, Mimikyu, and Polion.
Weirdly enough, this team Trick Room
This is
that I
another
don't think is
potential
that
trick
bad,
room.
which is crazy because Halucha is also on here.
I will also say
Um,
though, with this team, I feel like it does a better job of covering its weaknesses than Cappy
oh
did.
yeah, like I'm trying to think of like common weakness. There is one common weakness I can see, and that's electric, and may be it if I'm being honest.
Yeah, like
I think that's
electric
it.
is definitely a possibility here, but
I'd say this is like a solid A tier team.
okay. So where in A would you put it though? Like, are we thinking above Rolling and Monast?
Um, yeah.
But does it beat Vaughn?
Good question. I'd say so. I put it above On's.
Okay. I'm not opposed to it. All right, hopping down to what I have no idea what I just did. All right, hopping down to the Ishtar division, starting with Bacon.
I'm biased. I like Salamence and Ferrothorn, but um, hmm,
I mean, let's start with the basic. It's not horrible defensively. Like Glamora is weak to Earthquake, but Salamence is immune, and I think Ferrothorn takes it for neutral.
it's neutral and Ferrothorn,
You have a way to
but
not worry as much about the fire types because Salamence and Glamora can both kind of take fire
yeah,
moves.
they can
Like
take it really. I think they can take it decently well too. Um,
the biggest issue I have with this team is that I don't think you have a great special attacker right now.
Incorrect. Glamora is a fantastic special attacker.
I, that might be on me. I look at Glamora more as a defensive Pokemon or like a utility
That's because
Pokemon.
yeah, it's because in the modern gen, it's usually used like kind of like Hatterene as like an early lead Pokemon, but 130 base special attack is really good.
And that's completely fair. Um, I like Bacon's team personally.
Um, I do as well. Like I'm trying to even find any flaws with it. Like
I think this might be another S tier team personally.
I think this might be the best team in the format. Not in the format, but so far.
Okay, well, I'm definitely thinking I'm putting this in S. The real question is how do we compare this to Venti?
Ventis. Um,
Because that was Lucario, Gyarados, Galvantula. Like,
I think as they stand, I would probably put it above.
that's fair.
I can go either way, but this one feels like it also has a lower skill ceiling though. So like if Venti wins a few matches, I feel like versus Bacon, I feel like
Yeah.
this team's probably gonna get slow. It's just probably gonna meet expectations, I guess.
And then we have Polar.
Ah,
I'm gonna be biased. Two of my favorite Pokemon are on this team in Hydreigon and Glade. I think this is arguably the top of S that we've seen so far.
um,
because like think about it, you have Magnezone, which handles the the like both of the fairy weaknesses. You have a good mix of special and physical attackers. You have potential sweepers.
Yeah, fairy and fighting can do decently well into this. It literally depends on can you KO the Pokemon that would check that,
Yeah,
and
and
Gallade and Magnezone are
but
decently bulky.
even on top of all of that, once you take the player into account, like you take a team that is really good already and you give it to Polar. Like imagine Goose with this exact same trio. This would be horrifying. And while I think Polar is lower on the totem
Yeah,
pole than Goose, he's still scary.
he's still pretty decent in singles.
I,
Um,
unless you disagree with me, this for me is going at the peak of S.
I think I'm fine putting it there.
All right. Then we have Mick White.
White's team is insanely bulky. It's just all bulk.
It's bullshit.
Um,
But I don't think it's as scary as some of the other teams we've looked at personally. Like you have good coverage, you don't have anything you're weak to. I think this is like a top of A team. The main problem I have right now is it feels too defensive. And we've seen what
I
Garganacl
was
can
just
do, but it
thinking.
feels like he doesn't have a way to really like push. And in a format where
They both have body press, so I wouldn't say it has like they don't have any like offense, but
it's
this team is definitely more on the defensive side.
yeah, that's why I think for me it gets knocked down a little bit because of how defensive it is. And we've seen in last Battle City season, aggro tends to work better more often than defensive play.
Yes. I still think this is an S team, not gonna lie. I could also say like high to medium A.
I I think current like I don't mind putting it like I could see an argument for S, but I definitely think he needs to get a win and get like an actual offensive threat in this roster before I'm comfortable putting it in S.
Yes. Um
Then we got Cruiser.
I I kind of think this is the best. Like this is the team that I've been scared of the most because I think this just is the best team.
I mm, I don't think I agree. I'm
They
still
don't synergize well. They don't synergize like as well as you would think, but I still think like this team is pretty scary.
I mean, they definitely cover each other extremely well. But I don't know. I feel like I like this team. I think this is an S tier team, but like I don't think I put it.
I wouldn't put it above Polars, but I think I might put it in the between Bacon and Ventis.
I was gonna say I could see it between
It's,
Bacon and Venti for right now, but I definitely don't think it's like cream of the crop.
so
But Cruiser is also the only one who took one of the legendaries for the season, and that's because all of them suck.
Valiant's also because of the Pokemon we chose. Valiant is actually in the top 10 for speed, so it's actually like it's decently fast for this format.
Yeah. Then next up in the Valentine division, we have Lag, who Has snow. He has snow plus
He
talon
has
flame.
snow, but this is the team you would bring Stealth Rocks against because it rock beats every one of these types,
Yeah,
these
yeah.
types of Pokemon.
He's just weak to rocks in general.
And I don't know if it gets beaten by rocks, but it does mean he can't really pivot as well, which really hurt. Specifically Arctozolt, I would say, but other than the massive rock weakness, um, hmm,
I think
like it's
I'm gonna be real. I feel like for me this is kind of similar to
it's
like Xylong, where there's a game plan, but I feel like currently this team is too weak to its weaknesses to execute its game plan properly.
I was gonna say I could put it like either below or above Cappy's team.
Hmm. I think
It's in like the same where they both have a very clear thing they want to do, and I think if they can get like both, if they can get it off, they probably will perform decently well. But that's a lot of ifs, ands, and trying to get this off.
I'm gonna actually put Cappy. I put this above Cappy because I feel like because the snow gets set automatically, you're always going to get some value out of
Yeah,
it if you lead Ninetales. And you can run heavy duty boots Arctozolt if you really want to. I feel like Talonflame
but
gets it
then
more, but
yeah, I was gonna say if you can, but then Talonflame is gonna is gonna take 1/4 on entry.
yeah.
Um,
No, it's gonna take
but
half
yeah,
because fire flying.
it's gonna take half, is what you said.
Yeah, fire flying takes half, don't it?
It takes 1/4. Stealthrox does it's 1/8 neutrally, and it adds for every time you're weak. I think no, it does 1/16 neutrally, but it adds it, I guess.
Mm. They must have changed that because I remember Charizard getting like half of its life gone.
Um, that's crazy because yeah, it should only be a max of 1/4 if you were 4 times a week. But yeah,
All
this
right,
team is it's interesting.
this is the scary one, which is funny because now we're in the Wheeler division, and this is where I think that things get a
Yeah,
little scary.
Scary and Wheeler, those usually don't exist in the same sentence.
I mean, unless you're talking about how scary that chin is.
That's true. Or that Brooklyn Rage.
Nay, 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 nay.
Um,
But we're starting
I
with
like
Lime.
it's I like coached itself really well.
I
I will
don't.
say this team also feels a little skill based, but I will say it being Lime, I do think he can team really well.
So, yeah, no, this team feels like it's not horrible, but like I don't think it cracks S tier personally. Like I feel like there's not enough inner synergy to justify getting into S.
I think there's a lot of inner synergy, but I think the bigger issue is always the fastest mon on this squad.
Well, so
So he's gonna be
when I'm saying inner synergy, I mean like what we've observed with Venti and Bacon, where they have a really good balance to keep their like pretty much any major weakness can be covered by something else on the team. I don't necessarily
yeah,
feel that here.
I can see it. Don't have like massive weaknesses because like Blissey's weaknesses are covered by Aegislash, and then Como and Aegislash I think I believe they cover every single one of their weaknesses.
No, there's Earthquake that very much hits here.
That is true.
Earthquake
Um,
can hit
which
here.
does which means Como is probably shouldering that, but Earthquake hitting into 125 defense is it's probably not gonna. It might take like 2 3 hits.
Yeah, I. Hmm. like I can see an
I'm
argument
thinking
for
A.
why I'm at the
I'm
top of
thinking like
A, but
that's what I was thinking A from the beginning. I just didn't see the earliness. I could see like middle of A,
I was gonna
high
say,
A.
where do we put I think above Vaughn, but do you go above Raquel's and McWhite?
Um,
Because I think McWhite is
I'd put it.
still the top of A. Like he
Yeah,
borderlines on
I'd put.
S.
I'd say yeah, McWhite, Lime, and then Reckless just because. Yeah,
Now, if you want to
that
talk
feeling.
about teams that confuse the hell out of me, but I just nod my head because I have faith in the player. Goose's team.
Yeah. Um, it is weird because I don't hate it, but they also it's really weird because these are all like decently solid mons. None of them are like super amazing.
Yeah,
Um, but I feel like they don't synergize as well.
they really don't, because like you don't have a way to deal with Tyranitar's fighting this quad fighting weakness.
You can't deal with Tyranitar's fighting weakness. Hydrapple has a massive ice weakness that technically nothing covers.
It has a massive.
Um,
Or no, Quackleval resist.
Fighting does not. Oh wait, I guess so. There's still freeze try though.
Yeah, freeze dry it
Um,
doesn't, but
that's what I was
also
thinking of.
you kind of have a flying weakness because while you have T-Tar, you have two things weak to flying.
That's true. Oh, everything on this team is weak to fairy. Oh no.
Yeah, that's another big fat like
Um,
is it
it's
bad
the kind of thing where
I'm gonna be so real. This sounds horrible to say about Goose, but are we about to put Goose into the could be might be good later category? Because I feel like there's some glaring weaknesses here. But these Pokemon are
the
just
thing there
all
is
so
I
good.
think we might, even though hmm,
You know what? It's Goose. Like at bare minimum, he's going into basic. Like him as a player
low
carries
B,
this.
I'm fine with that. Plus T-Tar's Sandstream shouldn't mess things up too bad for the other two Pokemon since it's currently only 3v3.
What was no? Yeah, I definitely like him more than Game Bro, and I have a bias for my team. Do you think Goose gets higher rank than me? Like, do you think he's top of B?
Um, uh yeah, I'd no, I'd say hmm, I'd say above IB could be.
Well, at this point, the question is, do you think that Goose's team is higher ranked than mine? Like, who would you rate higher between the two of us? Looking at the teams.
Because I would rate your team higher, but it's Goose.
Yep, you know
Um,
what? I agree. The Goose difference is real. I'm not going to pretend it's not.
it's the PGM champ difference. Um,
He's scary. And here's another scary player who's brand new to the server. Well, he did PGM and he was scary in it.
yeah, he made it to playoffs.
I really like Punk's team.
He might have, not mistaken, he might have made it to playoffs. Um, yes, Punk is actually still in playoffs. There we go. Um, hmm.
So let's look at this. You have Hisuian Gudra, who at bare minimum is taking neutral from Fairy, which helps with Weavile. Gliscor is just always a good Pokemon to have.
It's singles, yeah. Um, hmm,
Like, what are you
trying to
actually
see.
really weak to here?
There's one, but Gliscor covers it, which
Yeah,
is fighting.
yeah.
That's the only thing I can think of.
Like, there's a couple other
Um,
weaknesses that exist that can be, like, taken advantage of, but big group ones, you don't have any. Everybody covers each other really well. I guess my
like
biggest
Gliscor is a really good.
complaint is this team is all
Hmm?
physical.
Is not. Hisui and Gudra has slightly higher special attack, and I think it has more reliable special attacks.
Look,
At
I
least on
see
the stab
Hisui
side.
and Gudra, and all I think is, like, body press.
That's fair. Um, it's just ridiculously bulky on the special side. I don't know. This team is less low key. Has a lot of really good synergy, and I don't really see any like massive weaknesses or massive weaknesses that can be exploited because fighting type moves are commonly physical, so glide score is a really good answer to them.
Yeah. So, where are we putting Punk? Because this team is a bit scary.
Uh, is it better than Polars?
Ooh, that is. Let's zoom out a little bit so we
I,
can look at these two together.
yeah, it's I think his team actually beats Polars.
I mean, yeah, because you have a
Yeah,
way to. Wow. Like, yeah, objectively looking at it, everything Polar currently has, Punk technically has a counter to.
um,
Weavile deals with Hydreigon. Gliscor can deal with Magnezone. I guess he doesn't have an amazing answer for Glade, but like Gliscor can also kind of deal with Glade.
it can deal with Gallade. Ice Punch will if this match a hypothetical match would have Ice Punch, but I kind of want to place it above Polars to be honest.
Nope, I fully think I agree with you.
It's just really good.
Um, then we have Great. I don't think this team is very
This
great.
this team is kind of goofy. Um,
I'm gonna come out and say it immediately. Having two fire types and Venusaur doesn't feel amazing.
yeah, like it's supposed to be a sun team, but like
I think I'm automatically shotgunning this to I think this team falls under the it might be good later, but you need more.
yeah, I was thinking this similar thing to like Cappy's team and my memory's bad. Lag. I think it has the like you can tell this team has a game plan. If it can get it off, it might win, but that's another if.
I if we're going off that logic, I would put it above Cappy because again, Torkoal sets the sun, meaning at minimum you're getting the value off of it.
That is true, and that Venusaur sleep powders
Yeah.
kind of not like entirely for free, but decently for free, I guess.
So the better question is, do you think this goes above lag or do you think lags is better? And this could come down to players because we know how lag plays.
I kind of. The thing is that lag has snow, but I don't think that team is completely reliant on it, despite it having like more common weaknesses. This team, like if Venusaur is taken out, I think this team falls. I'm not saying Venusaur is the strongest member of the team, but I think if you can beat Venusaur, you can beat this team.
Right. And then we're at
Um,
the last one who Francis.
he who must not be
Metagross,
named.
Metagross, Rotom Heat, and Gardevoir.
I will say this team has very close like speed. They're within like 20 of each other. Um, that being said, it's not bad.
I like this team. Like,
Um,
honestly, I think these are three Pokemon who go very well together.
I can agree. They cover each other really well. I'm like, I can't even think of anything wrong. Um,
And especially because Rotom Heat gives you the ability to, like, if somebody tries to go for a Will-O-Wisp on your Metagross, you can literally just send in Heat, Volt Switch out.
that's true. That or you can
Like, there's not a lot of pivoting in
worst
this
case
format.
scenario synchronize Gardevoir, and I don't think Gardevoir minds getting burned. Oh no, now it can't click Double Edge.
I
Uh,
The question is, like, how well do they synchronize? Because, like, is this another Goose situation where it's objectively three good Pokemon, but they don't synchronize amazing?
Maybe this is kind of the polar opposite of Goose's situation.
No, Goose had the three Pokemon
Oh,
that are all good, but they don't synchronize.
because oh no, these Pokemon like really like the only like thing I could knock against this that like I said, they're pretty close in speed, so like they're really weak to Trick Room or super fast Pokemon. But I I could consider this A.
Where would you put it in A?
That's the question.
So, for the sake of it, we're definitely going above Manast. We're definitely above Rolling. Mind you, I like Rolling's team. Are we
As
above
well.
Vaughn?
I could almost put this in S just because some really strong like stab options, and all three of them have like decent like coverage moves and like a really good move pool. Like these are three Pokemon that are have just been getting nothing but buffs for the past like 15, 20 years.
All right, well, then here's the follow up. Would you. Because I don't think this is S, personally. Do you put this above McWhite?
I say this team is better than what I'm saying is this team is better than McWhite's.
Okay, that's. So I'm willing to go top of A. And I think that's our tier list and breakdown. Is there anybody we
Anything
want
you want to
to.
move around?
I was going to say, is there anything
Yeah.
we want to address here? Or do we think this is. Let me take another look at Bacon's, because, like. It's weird because, like, I really like Bacon's, but looking at everybody else we put there, I almost feel like maybe it doesn't belong. I don't know because, like, I like Bacon's more than Cruiser. Genuinely, I don't necessarily like Cruiser in S tier. Like, I don't.
I just think because those are like three really solid Pokemon. Garchomp is an amazing Pokemon, in fact, and that's Dragon Steel Fairy, which is not easy
Mm,
of here.
well, I mean, other than that, I think that is pretty solid, like, for placements.
Were you wanting to put Lime a little lower?
I don't have beef with Lime. Lime's team is genuinely, I think. Like,
I, I
here's the
like this team a
problem.
lot.
If I were to switch Lime, I would put him below Goose because I like Goose's team more than I like Lime's team. I just think Lime's team has better synergy. But Lime's
Yeah, I
team
think
is also
like this
objectively
is
better than the bottom three people in A tier. Actually, I don't think Manas should be in A. I genuinely don't.
um
Like,
um where do you think Manas goes then below your team?
I would put my team above Manas because I feel like my team has a way to deal with everything they have.
I guess that's solid logic. Um
And I'm still on the point of I feel like your team could be higher, but you having that redundant psychic in Claydol is what knocks it for me.
Yeah. If I can beat the person who is my opponent this,
Is me. You're
I think
facing
my
me.
team might get a bit better. Yeah, I didn't want to say it. If I can get the Pokemon that if I can get a Pokemon from you, I think I that isn't Kleavor, I think my team is gonna look a lot better. But um,
I already said earlier
as
in the
is.
recording what our ante was of Scrafty versus Armarouche.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was gonna, is Scrafty like getting Scrafty? I think this team is gonna be really really good because that
Well,
like solves a lot of biggest issues with this team. But
I'm going to grab a screenshot of this. I personally feel like this is a pretty decent look at week one, like pre week one. So, until next time, arrivederci.
oh.